Alrighty, hi Soul Family, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's video is gonna be what do you need to hear right now, or what you're activating right now. It's gonna be a general pick a card reading, because these images, I was sitting with them before I turned on the video, and there's a lot that Spirit has to say, so I don't really think that I have a one fit category title. So it's just gonna be like whatever Spirit needs to say to your ass right now, to be honest. But yeah, so you'll see in the description box down below which image stands out to you most. Whatever you're drawn to based on your intuition, that'll be the reading for you. So I'll see you in whatever pile that you choose, and I love you. Thank you for clicking on today's reading. Okay, pile number one. Okay, I've been sitting with your energy. So I always start off the pick a card readings by sitting with the group number one energy first before I even start like any other energy. Group number one, you have a perfectionism problem. You do. I kept trying to find the right lighting, the right the right setup. Like I tried like 10 different options, and I was like, why am I struggling right now? And I was like, oh yeah, I'm connected to group number one's energy. So if this video is for you, I feel like Spirit needs to let you know that there's no perfect way to walk your journey. Okay, there's no perfect way to walk your journey, and you are doing a really good job. I think like your perfectionism is both like a positive and a negative, because it's like, you know, you always make sure that you are the best, or you do the best, and you show up the best for yourself, right, in whatever ways that you can. However, sometimes you just need to chill. It don't got to be that serious. Like, you have to ask yourself, is this worth the energy of me trying to make this perfect? However, like your energy, after sitting with your energy, you are a very powerful manifester. You're a brilliant soul. Okay, you one-on-one, as I like said that, you are a brilliant soul. You have been here many times. Okay, you have been here many times. Baby, your connection to the universe is very strong. So I feel like you guys are the type of people where you go around and you see synchronicities everywhere you look. It's like Spirit's always communicating with you, and if you try to run from your guides, it'll be like in big bold like font right in front of your face. It's like I'm seeing like you'll be sitting down and you'll look up and there'll be like a giant message from Spirit. Excuse me, confirmation burp. So what I was like thinking from your energy was like, baby, you're going through a major activation right now, and I feel like this is you embodying your higher self. You know, they say that there's like steps to becoming your higher self, but I feel like you guys are at this in between phase right now where you are purging out old energies, letting go of fear and ego. You've been purging a lot. This is my collective who has been doing a lot of internal shadow work. So you are very deeply connected to your higher self right now, and I feel like Spirit needs you to know that the downloads that you are getting, they're not random. Okay, so if you guys are struggling with or being frustrated with your reality right now, it is a call for you to slow down. Your higher self is trying to get your attention. Your higher self wants you to sit down, get real with what's going on in your life, how your life is right now. Is it in alignment with the version of you that you want to become? Because a lot of the times we are not ready to sacrifice our old life, and we'd be waiting on Spirit, but Spirit be waiting on us. Because the way that we are moving now, you can see based on the habits that you're doing in your daily routine, is it in alignment with who you want to become? You know, who you want to become, it's going to require you to sacrifice the old life. Are you ready for that? You know, and I feel like that zooming by is like it's coming for you. Like Spirit saying it's a fast like energy that you're feeling right now. And the reason why you're feeling frustrated is because there's a version of you that's still trying to hang on to the old timeline. But where you are right now, you guys tapping in, I feel like this message really needed to find you. Okay, it's time for you guys to ground in your energy, get still, and really just sit with yourself and ask yourself some hard questions. Like really, like, am I ready to shift? Am I ready to shift? And if the answer is yes, you have to get real with yourself. It's not going to be just this magical poof, like I'm like, you know, there at the end of the finish line. You have to do the steps required for you to reach the finish line. And you know, as I'm channeling your energy, it's like reminding me of this book that I read called Atomic Habits, which I'm not finished yet. I'm like still reading it. I don't know why I said read. You see what I'm saying? Like jump into the finish line. It ain't done yet. But I'm not done yet. Sorry. What was I gonna say? Yeah. So Spirit saying that finish what you start. First of all, that's one thing that just came through. Two, what are your habits? You need to sit with yourself, sit with your higher self too, and visualize, what does their life look like? How can I get there? Okay, what needs to change in my life now? You're gonna have to make sacrifices. A lot of times we like to say, we don't have time for this, we don't have time for that. But if we removed all the time we spent watching tarot readings, tarot reading you're watching right now, if you removed all, if you spend half the amount of time you spent watching tarot readings trying to jump and quantum shift and really focus on your own reality, you would have more time if you cut down on the amount of YouTube videos you watch. And you see how our energy and our time like is like this. So it's like, what can you do during that meantime? Okay, if you even add 20 minutes a day learning your new craft or learning what your higher self needs to like be in this reality, that's you connecting to the timeline already. It's just one habit that you need to change. No one's saying you need to get up and change your entire life. Some people can, some people need to like the baby steps. Okay, but where you are right now in your journey, your higher self wants you to know that you are ready. There's no more waiting. Okay, what can you change right now? And you're gonna be thankful that you made this decision to change now. Okay, 3 years from now you're gonna be thankful. It's not about the end goal, because it's like when we focus on end goals, sometimes when we're doing these habits over and over and over again and we don't see changes, it can feel so frustrating. It can feel like, oh my god, like my world isn't shifting, da 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 da. But like, even when I think about strength training, I made it a lifestyle. Okay, I saw results months in. Okay, but if I was just focused on the results, I would have quit a long time ago. So you have to think about it as in, I am my higher self now. So it doesn't matter what goals we're aiming for. Yes, the goals are nice, but that's not the bigger picture. The bigger picture is that I'm living in alignment with my purpose. I am my higher self. I'm fulfilling what makes me happy. Whenever we're frustrated, it's because we know deep down that we should be doing something else. And see that alarm that's going off in the background? I feel experiencing that it's time to go. Like there's something in you right now that feels like it is now, but it's like there's a version of you that's still holding on to the old timeline. And Spirit wants you to know that you're ready. You need to sit with yourself and really figure out, where do you want to go? Where do you want to see yourself in 5 years? Okay, and a lot of times we'll set goals. It doesn't mean we'll reach it in 5 years, but however, when we implement habits that are good for us, we'll see changes over time. It'll become us. That's our new lifestyle. It's not about just reaching the goal, it's about becoming. Like, you are already this version, so that version of you already exists. What habits do they have? How do they think? What do they do in their daily routine? And it doesn't have to be something where you fill your entire day with like to-do lists. That leads to burnout. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Like, when you just chase a goal, then you're gonna eventually burn out. But when you make it into a lifestyle, it's different. So what systems are in place? You need to put like a system in place. Okay, what does your schedule look like? I want you to create a schedule, right, of Monday through Sunday. Okay, let's create a schedule Monday through Sunday. Put your obligations on there, the time frames that you're obligated to, whether this is your job, whatever. Around that time frame, what are you doing during those other period of time? How many hours do you spend scrolling on your phone? These are the things that we can ask ourselves honest questions, because we always say, oh my god, like Spirit's not, like, I did all this internal work, I did all this shadow work, but like Spirit's not doing what they said they was gonna do. But whole time the way that Spirit helps us is by dropping a download or sending videos like this to let you know, hey, it's time for you to make a change. But the change begins with you. It's not just gonna fall out of the sky. Yes, opportunities will come when you need them. It'll appear on your path. But you gotta be ready. You gotta be on the path. You know what I mean? You gotta be like doing the work. You can't escape the work, baby. It's not like we always see people blow up overnight, but like we never see the hours that go into them doing that prior to. And I feel like there's a light that's turning back on inside of you, and this is you connecting back to soul. And because your soul, you've been doing a lot of like purging and connecting back to your higher self, your soul. So because your soul is now online, you're more connected to your soul. You want more in life. You want more out of your reality. Okay, this is crazy. Like, I've been channeling straight for 8 minutes, and this is what I'm talking about. It's like I didn't get to be like this good of a channeler without practice. When I first started, I was like, what? I couldn't even trust my intuition. I was like, what's going on? So it's you guys are seeing me now, and it's like, oh my god, like, I see like all the comments where people are saying, oh, you're doing such a good job. But this took practice, guys. And I'm not saying this to like boast or anything. I'm just saying, like, everything takes practice. We have to continue to cultivate that craft. Okay, yes, you're an amazing whatever you have right now, because I feel like you guys have multiple gifts. This is my multi-talented. Your soul is multi-talented. And because you have so much potential, whatever you are settling for right now is what's causing the frustration in your reality. Okay, so if you want to make that change, you got to get up and make that change. And we get more and more frustrated. Sometimes Spirit, like, puts things in our reality to frustrate us, so we don't want to stay in it. It's not because they want to punish us. It's because, okay, it's become so insufferable that I have to change it. And I feel like this collective, I'm hearing nervous system healing for you guys, because it's like there's a lot of distractions, there's a lot of loud noises around you. I feel like you guys are the collective where you're trying to cultivate peace, but the people around you ain't at peace. Okay, the people around you, they're making so much noise, they're doing a lot. Okay, maybe it's not even in your immediate environment, but maybe people call you a lot and always have problems to solve and because you're so wise, people always want your energy. So you have to be very discerning with how you are using your energy. You have to treat your energy like currency. Where am I putting my attention? And this is my collective, where you just came out of a major healing cycle where you had to let go of a lot of like things in your shadow. You had to love it. You had to change like your beliefs, your worth, your sense of self-worth. Okay, so I'm not saying that you don't put in the work. You've done the internal work, and I'm very, very proud of you. But I'm saying now it's the time, Spirit saying now is the time to apply what you've learned. Okay, to really just take those steps in your life, because you can do it. I know you can do it, because the amount of healing work that you did, nothing else should be able to stop you on this path. You're just that good. Okay, it's just when you are ready to let go of the timeline that you're currently in. It's always when we are ready, because it has to become so uncomfortable, because you've done so much purging, you've done so much healing, you've done so much studying the laws of the universe. You've shifted your energy already. However, because there's a version of you that still wants to hang on to that old timeline, it's become so uncomfortable for you to stay in that energy. And what Spirit's saying is that it's time for you to take that leap. Those downloads that are coming in, baby, those are not random. That's your higher self speaking to you. So some of you guys really need to sit in stillness, at least for 2 hours. I'm hearing like 1 hour, 30 minutes, whatever you can. Just sit with your own energy and listen to what comes up. You can light a candle to set the intention to connect to your higher self. Listen, and just listen. What do I need right now? Why am I frustrated? What do I need to change right now? What habit can I implement right now to align myself with this shift? And a confirmation that for this collective, if you've been seeing 1111, baby, it's time for you to walk through that gateway. It's time. And you know, it's so funny, like I tried to turn on the flashlight because I was trying to get perfect lighting. I don't even know where that came from. Like, what the flashlight gonna do? But I forgot I was connected to you guys' energy. But it's like the light turned off, and it's like, stop dimming your light. Stop trying to fit into spaces you no longer fit into anymore. You've outgrown those spaces. You have grown tremendously. It's time for you to shine. I mean, shine bright like a diamond, baby. You are an amazing soul. And I know a lot of people in your past tried to break you, but it's because they saw the greatness in you already. You have so much potential. And you're going to regret it if you don't act on it. So it's like you really have to make the uncomfortable choice to leap into the unknown, and know that the future version of you is going to thank you for making these decisions now. It's going to feel uncomfortable until it isn't. Like, even when I think about the gym, oh my god, what, y'all? And I had to get up at like 5 a.m. butt crack of dawn to drive 45 minutes to the gym, because I couldn't afford a trainer close by, and that he was more affordable. He was further away. However, after a while, it became a routine for me. It became a lifestyle for me, and I saw amazing results. However, I did it for my mental health. So there's certain things that you're gonna have to ask yourself: what can I do to stay in alignment with feeling good? Because the version of you that's your higher self, the soul version of you, they do feel good. Okay, so if that's moving your body in whatever way, it doesn't have to be strength training, but you can do cardio, something. It's like the healthier lifestyle. You want to be aligned with abundance by eating well, moving your body. It's not about aesthetics, it's about what you're putting into your body, how you're treating your body, getting rest. Rest is so important. That's what I'm saying. You can be the smartest person in the world, but if you keep on burning out, baby, that's just going to lead to more problems. So when you do create the schedule from Monday to Sunday, include rest. Okay, I feel like I need to say that because you guys are very intelligent and you've been purging like a, okay, I've seen you. I'm just picking up on energy where it's like you just kept shedding layers and shedding layers and shedding layers to the point where, like, you know, you may also not be surrounded by a lot of people right now, but another download that's coming through Spirit saying that you are connecting to your soul family, your soul tribe. Okay, and you're getting more connected to Mother Nature, slowing down, going outside, grounding. These are the things that help you. So if you know what helps you, do those things. You know, we have to make active choices to uplift ourselves, especially if we weren't born happy. If things happen in our life, well, you know, I'm gonna take that back, because we are born happy. However, things happen in life that send us another way, because when a baby born, they don't know what the hell going on. But after, you know, all the conditioning and whatnot, things get rough. So now it's your job to take care of your mind, your body, and your spirit. Okay. So those are just the channeled messages. So let's get into the cards, y'all. So off the bat, before I even shuffled off the bat, let me put this here actually. I hope this microphone doesn't sound too crazy, y'all. But I'll hear it when I re-edit. Anyway, so off the bat, we got a couple cards that fell out of the light activation. So I'm not even going to get into tarot yet. But so we have energetic shift, new information, end of a cycle. Y'all, I'm telling you, the energy that I was picking up on for this collective, you have shifted tremendously. And the only reason why you're feeling frustrated is because your frequency is not in alignment with the life you're living now. You've unlocked your potential. So now it needs to be expressed. Okay, that's what's coming through on that card. Evolutionary downloads, recalling your power, future thinking. This is already letting me know that your higher self is in communication with you right now. You just need to turn off your screens, turn off the distractions, and listen. Whatever comes through right now is information about your future, the path that you are walking. That's coming through very heavy. Third eye activate. Hello, third eye activation. Brow chakra, inner vision, clear seeing. Baby, you know what I feel like your intuitive gifts are through the roof right now. You are a powerhouse. Okay, when I feel like when you walk into rooms, your frequency is super strong, high up. Okay, people don't know who are you, where you come from. It's like you have the NPCs in your reality going glitching and bobbing and shit. Ancestral realm, karmic release, healing the lineage boundaries. I feel like, listen, there's no doubt in my mind that your ancestors are proud of you. You guys have broke so many generational curses, so many cycles. You are amazing. You are wonderful. The shadow work is only the first part of it, okay? And listen, if you can get past the shadow work, there isn't anything you can't do in this reality. You're in creator mode right now. So this means whatever downloads that come through, it is the key to your success. It is the key to your abundance. Taking care of yourself is abundant, okay? People think it's all just about like the money aspect of it. Everything goes into it. Okay? So I'm hearing listen to frequencies to heal your nervous system, to really like stay grounded in your body, because a lot of this collective that I'm picking up on, sometimes you might find yourself with small problems because of that perfectionism thing. You may find yourself with small problems and you're always trying to make your world perfect before you start. And it's like your world will not be perfect before you start. There will always be something going on. Start now, okay? What's coming through? Some of you guys could be like learning tarot right now. That's coming through. Some of you guys need a nap right now. I feel like Spirit saying that don't burn out. Like I just keep hearing don't burn out. Like please work on like the balance between. So the nervous system healing could help with that as well. Because you know whenever we always find a problem and it's like you know we're still in fight or flight mode. It's like the problem feels extremely out of our control. We feel anxious, like, oh my God, the world is crumbling. I need to make sure that this is perfect, that's perfect. But it's like when our nervous system is calm, we don't handle problems like that. We approach problems differently. So Spirit's saying that really just work on that right now. Sit with listening to frequencies that heal your nervous system as well. Crown chakra upgrade, divine connection, holy experiences, miraculous energy. Y'all, the life that you're walking now, the path that you're walking now, you are a God consciousness. Okay, you have unlocked creator mode and miracles are going to just happen for you. I feel like Spirit is saying that all you have to do is stay in alignment. It's going to happen a lot faster than you think it is, but because you feel like it's just, oh my God, I'm at the start or I'm at the beginning of this, it's going to take forever. Darling, you don't know the time frame. Divine timing is at play here, baby. Okay, and your frequency is elevated. Good things will happen to you along the way is also what I'm hearing. So don't think that, oh, you have to reach the finish line for good things to happen to you. No, baby, it's the journey. It's not gonna just be only one day good things happen to you. Okay, so step into your power. It's your time. I just keep hearing that, like, step into your power. It's your time. Let's get some tarot. All right, Spirit, what do you want to say to group number 1 right now? So you guys have blue eyes, gray eyes. Oh, anything else? Okay, these two are calling to me. Okay, all right. So right now, Spirit wants you to know you're releasing limited beliefs. You're releasing limited beliefs at this time. I feel like you guys are releasing limited beliefs right now, and if there might be like fear that's coming up, that's why you feel so afraid to step into this reality. You're like, what if I don't make it? What if I'm not successful? Because of that perfectionism thing. Don't expect the path to be perfect. I'm gonna let you know right now, it's not gonna be. But every time you make a mistake, every time you perceive it, when you perceive a failure, you learn from it. Because even when I think about the times where, like, for example, like I got a dog and I thought I could do that mom thing, and it just didn't work out. So I gave the dog to a beautiful owner, and now she live in rich, lavish. You know what? She live in a rich, lavish, abundant lifestyle. However, yes, I cried because, you know, like I felt like why couldn't this work out, but I was too young to take care of a dog. So it's like, you know, like, but what came with that experience, it also taught me that, you know what, like the mother thing, yeah. So right now, birth control. So there's things that came out of that lesson that I learned, and this is a simple lesson to share, but I don't know why I'm sharing it. Maybe you guys are thinking about giving up a pet for adoption. That's been coming up a lot. But overall, I learned that, listen, right now, the mother thing, not for me. Enjoy your youth, okay? And I don't think I want kids at all. Actually, let me not lie, because I don't think I want kids at all. Yeah. I don't know why I just shared that, but it must be relevant. I don't know. Anyway, so Spirit's saying that you're letting go of limited beliefs right now, so it may feel scary. This new version of you is online. Your soul's online. Remember, when you're connected to your higher self, there's no fear. They don't fear anything. They know that all things are possible. And because you're connected to God consciousness, you feel a little like, whoa, what can I do with this? You know what I mean? You can have anything you want. Literally. Okay, that's where you're at right now. And I think things may seem a little foggy or unclear to you right now. And I feel like Spirit is calling you to get still. Get into moments of stillness, okay? I feel like around you in your home may not feel very supportive right now. You may not feel like the people around you are in alignment with this, you know what I mean? And I'm just hearing like to flush the negativity away, like just listen, there's gonna always be negative energy everywhere. Stay in your own frequency. That's what Spirit's saying. Don't allow other people to trigger you. You've already learned those lessons. Yeah, so I just see a fear around the unknown right now, and because you're surrounded by so much like distractions right now, you're not tapping into your own frequency. You're not listening to your higher self. But your higher self is like this message I'm just getting. It's like they need a direct line to you right now, talking to you right now through me. But some of you guys, in this life, you're meant to teach. You're meant to really share the wisdom. Like I feel like whatever you guys have in your brain needs to be on paper. It needs to be, so some of you guys could be writers, some of you guys could be like creating different, like, I don't know, like videos to communicate about like the universe, all these different things. It needs to be out there. There's somebody out there that you're meant to help, you're meant to teach, you know what I mean? It's like there's people in alignment with your soul journey. And that's why you need to, like, I'm just hearing like you know, the difference between lack and abundance. There's always enough to go around. Everybody has their own reality. Everybody has their own frequency. I don't know where that came through. But everybody has their own reality, right? So in your reality, you will be blessed. Okay, don't worry about anybody else's reality. Thinking that, oh, there's not enough to go around. There's no such thing. Everybody has their own audience. Your energy and my energy, two different energies. Okay, so maybe that's why that different frequencies came up. Because I was like, what the hell is that? What do you mean by that, Spirit? But yeah. Don't worry about like not having enough. Your spirit team has your back. The only thing you need to worry about right now is staying in alignment. That's coming through, because even when I looked up before, I saw 2222. So alignment is very much important for this video for you guys. So you're fearing the unknown because you have no idea what's going on. Everything seems very hidden to you right now, and moments of stillness, baby, is what you need. The answers will come to you when you slow down and stop allowing outside distractions to distract you. So that's coming through in the tarot. Let's see, actually. Yeah, I feel like Spirit wants you to start visualizing your future. Visualizing what your happy timeline looks like to you. Just like sitting in that moment, because I feel like you guys are coming out of major cycle where you had to really fight for your life. It's giving spiritual warfare. However, like what you're needing to do right now is to like look ahead. what am I stepping into now? What is the reality I want to step into? What does it look like? So this is why you need to connect to your higher self, because the steps and the lessons and the whatever you need right now will come to you while you do that. Just think about it, okay? Before you even start planning, just think about it. What does it look like? So you can sit in meditation, call on your higher self, and just ask them for the downloads. You know, like, can you share with me how you got to where you got to? And it may come faster than you think it will, because I feel like you guys are very tapped into a high frequency right now, so those downloads will come very quickly for you guys. Let's pull some of my cards. So we have 10th house, ambitions, goals, career status, reputation, image, structure, authority. So you guys are unlocking like your abundant timeline. You really are. Spirit is letting me know that that's what's coming through. So right now we have, so you guys are stepping into a reality where your soul family is very much loving towards you. I'm getting this energy where it's just like you're not the only funny one in the friend group. It's like you're not the only one carrying the good vibes in the friend group, because maybe you guys are used to always being the one that's like, I'm here fighting for their life, like, you know what I mean, like fighting to just keep the vibes good. You know, like the heart chakra. I feel like your heart chakra is a lot different than the people around you. Maybe a lot of them are still stuck in like lower vibrational energies, or like, you know, just like hate and stuff like that. But you don't have to worry about that where you're going, okay? You're in alignment. What else? Your root chakra is balance. So I feel like Spirit's saying that because you are like working on your internal world and healing yourself, this is why you can now make the steps to move forward. So it's like, make sure that you feel secure and safe in your body. So really connecting back to your body. Whenever we like disconnect from our bodies, when we find ourselves like worrying and living in our mind. But if you're in your mind, you're not living. You know, like the present moment is where life is. So, you know, we always we be visualizing the future, being like, oh my God, it's not here yet. But it's like, you have to create the future in the present moment. That's coming through. Shadow work. Take breaks when feeling overwhelmed. Spirit saying, don't be afraid to take breaks from your shadow work. It's okay to be a beginner. Time to master your craft. Don't let perfectionism keep you stuck. Learn as you go. I don't need to say nothing else. You know that was for you. Your spirit team never leaves your side. Co-create with the divine. You are in this together. Ask for our help. So your spirit team wants you to ask for help. Whatever questions you have right now, whatever is making you feel confused, get into stillness and listen. A lot of times we be asking spirit for help, but we don't sit the fuck down and get away from our distractions to even hear the answers. You know, that's coming up. Switch up your routine. Go on an adventure. Try something new. Pick a new hobby. So I feel like this energy that I'm getting from this card is it's time for you to create a whole new version of yourself. Your routine right now is not serving you. It isn't in alignment with who you want to become, who you are already. And you know, even if I say, every time I say who you want to become, I always just get this energy where it's just like, it's already you, because that version of you already exists. It's just like having the courage just to walk in it. You know what I mean? So we have ain't no sunshine when she gone. Ain't no sunshine when she gone. What am I getting from that energy? Baby, you're one in a million. You're so one in a million. You are. Baby, you're the best I ever had. Best I ever had. Ain't no, ain't nothing better. I feel like you are a vibe, baby. You're a vibe. You're really a vibe. Like, this is my collective that you probably sing every song that comes into your head. You're a vibe. Okay, that's the energy I'm picking up on. And it's like anytime people like leave your life, it's dull. Their life is dull. They can't replace you. And that alone I need you to recognize your energy. Okay, I need you to understand that you shouldn't just be giving it away freely. Okay, this was the lessons that you're coming out of, and it's like they didn't deserve you, baby. They didn't. So how can you get your lick back? By leveling up. By leveling up and doing you, and knowing that you are aligning with people who are on the same frequency as you now, honey. This reality that you're trying to hang on to for their life, spirit gonna push you. They're gonna push you. And you're gonna fall into this happy timeline, and you're gonna be grateful. Let's get some spirit messages for you guys. All right, spirit, what do you want to say to group number 1? What do you want to say to group number 1, spirit? Okay, anything else for group number 1? Anything else? Okay, 2 cards pop out. Let's see. At the bottom of the deck, we have, you are doing your best. You are doing your best, and that is enough. Any difficulties you face will not last forever. Release the thoughts and feelings that don't feel good. Focus all your energy on love, happiness, and your hopes and dreams. So it's like whenever we feel sad, it's like, where is your focus going? Are you focusing on what you don't have? Whenever we are focused on lack, we're going to create more of that. We're going to feel like, oh my God, like this isn't working. Like all the things that I'm creating is not working. If you're looking for reasons why you haven't shifted, you're gonna see them. But if you look for reasons why you have shifted, then you're gonna see them. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? So what are you focusing on right now? What are you doing with your day? Because it's like, we can honestly be honest with ourselves. Why are we not shifting? Why are we not seeing the shift? Why are we not seeing any changes? It's because we're not moving. We're not moving. Yes, you've changed vibrationally, but now it's time to put the action behind it. That's coming up. Yeah, let's see what else you say. Don't place limits upon yourself. You are an infinite being, okay? Unlimited potential. You can have and be anything you want. Don't hold yourself back or allow anyone else to. This is your life. Live your truth and remain heart-centered at all times. So whenever we're living from our heart is when we're going to be the most happiest. So connecting to your heart chakra, really just sinking into that and feeling what is a yes and what is a no. You can know when it's a yes when it doesn't feel forced, when it doesn't feel like, oh my God, I have to do this. I gotta get up and like, I don't know, feed my kids. I don't know why that's coming up, but like, I gotta get up and feed my kids. Like, oh, like I don't want to do that. Okay, trust the wait. You are being prepared for your blessings. In order to receive, you have to be ready to receive. Things you are going through right now are not random. Trust the flow of the universe. Did I not say the things you are going through right now are not random? I gotta rewatch that because listen, what? I love a synchronicity. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all, I'm really feeling like this video that found you was to let you know that you are ready to receive. If you're ready to hear the messages, really listen to spirit right now, because you can have anything you want in this world. You just have to be in alignment with it. Okay, don't expect like miracles to fall from the sky where you weren't even like on the path in the first place. You know what I mean? You're worthy of putting in that effort towards your goals, towards your dreams. You are too brilliant. You have too much potential. Okay, and that's why you're feeling this like push, this momentum speeding up. It's coming for your ass, okay? It's coming for you. Let's get some messages from your future higher self. Any messages from their future higher self, spirit, for group number 1? Any messages for group number 1 from their future higher self? What does their future higher self want them to know? What does their... Oh, relative. Enough things. Okay. You aren't done. You are just getting started. Damn. Your future higher self is poetic as shit. Poetic as the book, okay? Let's see. A lot of cards popped out, so let's see. Your success is closer than you can even imagine. Just keep going. All you gotta do is keep going, baby. Don't worry about the finish line. That can stress us out sometimes, worrying about, oh my God, how am I gonna make it? Just become your higher self. That is your new lifestyle. Okay. See, something just turned on. I think that was a fridge, but embrace what you've learned and cherish your experiences, because they were divinely fated. Everything you went through was to make you into an even more powerful spiritual being. Everything. Because when people are playing, what is it? Checkers, you're playing chess. Yeah. And when you say checkmate, they're bamboozled. They're like, oh my God, I didn't expect you to come back from that. I tried to take you out and you came back from that and you learned spiritual lessons. Now you teaching people. I don't know why that's coming up, but it's just giving me the energy. It was like, people think that they have you down bad and then you get back up again. And then they're shocked. You're shocked? They're shocked. Okay. Everything is unfolding as it should be. Be the brave and authentic soul you are always destined to be. Baby, don't let nobody dim your light. As soon as I heard that, as soon as I read that card, I heard basically people try to make you feel like your authenticity or your character was too much, or because they were too little. Okay, it's like they wanted you to be less, but it's like, no, baby, you were never meant to cap your personality, your energy. It is through the roof. It's made that way for a reason. Your authenticity is magnetic. And because a lot of people pretend to be someone that they're not, they hate to see it when other people are like that. And that's not everybody, that's just some people. They just hate to see it. It makes them uncomfortable because it reminds them of them not being honest with themselves. Because people who aren't authentic, they think that everybody isn't authentic. So it's like when they see people being authentic, they're like, okay, there's parts of themselves that they have to to look at, that they don't want to look at. And instead of doing that, they make you hate yourself. They try to make you hate yourself. So that's coming up. You are the rare flower that blooms in the dark. Keep growing. Sorry. Look at you. You're gonna constantly be evolving, baby. Okay? That's what you came here to do. Following your heart will lead you to the right things. Oof. I feel like what I'm getting, it's like sometimes you guys have a hard time trusting your heart, because it's like maybe you just like, sorry, let me just listen to this. I feel like Spirit is saying that you need to be in environments where you're allowed to speak, where you're allowed to really express yourself, because you were shot down so many times for your self-expression. It's why you have a hard time trusting that. You have a hard time being who you are, because it's like so many people have made you feel so small. They tried to dim your light so many times. That's probably why that damn flashlight wasn't turning on. You know, like, it's a lot of people try to dim your light throughout your lifetime. But Spirit's saying that, like, take the lessons from those situations, but your past doesn't define you. Okay, and you are meant to be heard. You're worthy of being heard. So some of you guys might be shying away from being seen right now, but your voice echoes. Okay, there's power in your voice. I mean, there is power in the name of Jesus. So some of you guys could be like Christian, or like, I don't know, like listening to gospel, but maybe you're not religious, but you listen to gospel. Because I'm not religious, but I listen to gospel. But you know what, like, you're I feel like you guys are, what I'm picking up on is like, you're not just one thing. You're complex. There's no putting you in a box. Okay, allow yourself to just be, because baby, people can't put you in a box. Okay, I'm hearing, what? Nobody puts baby in a corner? So people can't put you in a box, baby, and that's what they hate. They hate that. Okay, when you rise to the challenge, it rises to meet you. I think things are gonna get really good for you, and you just have to trust it. You really just have to trust it. Try sitting with rose quartz crystals right now, just to really just stay in the energy of love, because maybe you guys are surrounded by a lot of negative energy. Spiritual house cleaner. So I'm gonna pull some spiritual gifts for you guys as well, because Spirit's saying that you guys are very gifted. So I felt drawn towards this deck. So at the bottom we have spiritual house cleaner. You're being called to explore spiritual cleansing and bringing positive energy to your space by removing negativity through various methods. So some of you guys could be like saging your space right now, or you recently sage your space. But Spirit's saying that continue to do that, because you know your environment makes a difference. So even like self-care is also cleaning your room, because you know the energy flows better when your room is clean, right? So making it a habit where maybe you tidy up for 10 minutes a day, so that when you do your big cleanings, it's not like your room is a gigantic mess. You can't expect to be feeling positivity when you got like, I don't know, ashtray dust all over your desk, or I don't know, like tissue paper on the floor, you know what I mean? Okay, let's see. Spirit, what are their spiritual gifts for group number, oi, all right, anything else? For group number 1? Anything else? Oh, okay. I was getting shamanism. I really was. Like, y'all got that. Precognition. You're being called to explore the predictions of future events, no matter if it's a few seconds or years into the future. So you guys can see your future. You can see people's future. That's really cool. That's really cool. You probably experience a lot of deja vu, don't you? Don't you? Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? You guys really like to sing, don't you? I'm getting that energy. So shamanism. You're being called to explore working as a spiritual teacher and healer who can move between the worlds as messengers, as a messenger to bring wisdom and healing. Confirmation for whoever feeling that energy. Energy blockage release. You're being called to explore the ability to locate, identify, and remove stagnant or stuck energies within the body to heal pain and illnesses. Hold on a second. I ain't even seen this card before. That's cool. Coaching. You're being called to explore transformational mentorship to bring clarity, insight, and healing for growth and transformation. So you guys are really good. Like, whatever you've learned in life, you can teach people about it. Spiritual retreat host. Ooh, I love that. You're being called to explore hosting spiritual events or retreats to promote clarity and complete renewal. Oh, that's nice. Cartomacy? Y'all, don't come for me. You're being called to explore messages in a deck of cards, discovering the guidance, messages, and future in the cards. Okay. Past lives. What? Y'all. You're being called to explore past lives to discover how the past is affecting your current emotions, situations, and behaviors. So one can gain a greater understanding. So what I'm hearing is a lot of you guys are healing from past life wounds, so past life communication wounds as well. So some of you guys could be like very witchy, and maybe in your past life you were for that, you know what I mean. Chakra work. You're being called to examine and uncover the energy imbalances and blockages of the chakra system with the goal of healing and spiritual awareness. Heard on. All right. To know you, baby, to know you it's a blessing. That's how I need you to start walking around life. I am a blessing, okay? And whoever not in alignment with you, they just gotta go. It's one of those things where you just gotta really like, do I feel good around this person? No. Okay. No more. What am I getting? Like, no more. What's that word? It's like it's coming through. No more like charity cases. There you go. No more charity cases. Okay, you guys are very intuitive, very empathic. With all this healing energy I'm getting from you, you're very empathic. So a lot of the time you'd be like, okay, you one sad story, people got you like this. No more. No more. Everybody got a sad story. You got a sad story. So at the end of the day, protecting your peace is what you're here to do. Okay? Alrighty. So those are my messages for group number 1. Thank you for tuning in. I did not expect it to be 40 minutes long. But I love you. Thank you for tuning in. Love you. Bye-bye. Alrighty. Hi, group number 2. So for your energy, Spirit's telling me to get more comfortable. So I get like a bestie energy from you. Like, this is my collective where you're very understanding. You do not judge. You try your best not to judge. I'm not gonna say you never judge, but you try your best not to judge other people. And it's because you understand. Like, you understand like life. You understand what being in survival mode feels like. You understand true raw pain. You understand what it feels like to just feel so powerless, to feel like there's no one there for you during the hardest times of your life. And you know, that's a strong energy. Like, you guys are my power. There's a lot of fire in your gut, okay? And I say that to say that you are rising from the ashes. You are leaving victim mentality and you're stepping into your power. And with that comes a lot of rage. I was gonna say rage. I don't know why I said age. Maybe you're worried about like the type of like how old you are right now and like going through these spiritual awakenings and whatnot. But there's a lot of rage, right? And I'm feeling like a lot of like, I'm feeling like pain right here in my neck. So some of you guys could be feeling that as well. But what I'm getting from this energy is, you have a lot to be angry about. You've been through a lot, and you know, a lot of the spiritual community likes to talk about spiritual bypassing and just like feeling high vibes and whatnot. But this is my collective where your emotions, you create so much beautiful things from your emotions. Whether you are a poet, whether you're a writer, whether you're a speaker, whatever you are, baby, you create your art. The amount of beautiful art that you've created from your pain, and that you are going to create from your pain, it's just, I'm just getting this beautiful energy. But Spirit's asking you, when was the last time you screamed? When was the last time you really allowed yourself to just scream? Just be like, ah, I've had enough, and just go from there. You know, I feel like, you know, maybe this collective, you're a lot more on the feminine side, so maybe like you were taught that women shouldn't scream or shouldn't raise their voice, and even that makes you angry. You know, this is my collective where you're a rebel, you're a sacred rebel, okay? You go against the status quo, you know, but you've never always been supported for being different, for standing out in a crowd. But Spirit is saying that you are entering into authenticity, alignment with your authenticity. So you know, this world that you're stepping into, you embrace you. You show up for you, okay? You allow yourself to sit comfortably in your own energy. Because the fact that I wanted to be comfortable, it just gives me that, like, you're stepping into your power. You're stepping into acceptance of you, all parts of you, the parts of you that you deemed unworthy in the past, that you stifled down. So what I'm getting is like your shadow and you have become like this. You've done a lot of deep healing. You've really connected. Your shadow is your best friend. You know, there's parts of you that you've learned to love. Okay, you're still working through some things, because I get this like energy. But where you are right now, you just want to be happy and you want to feel accepted, and you're realizing that starts with you. I'm still feeling like this neck pain right here though, but like I feel like some of you guys could be hearing like crackling behind your head, and I know that's like a crown chakra upgrade as well. I'm also hearing broken glass. If you guys recently broke glass just know that's a indication of you shifting timelines. But your frequency is elevating. The light within you, this is a soul birth. You're coming back to life again. You're allowing yourself to exist. All that shame that kept you like in a ball, you know, like the shame and the guilt that you carried around for years because of what your trauma has made you believe about yourself. All the things that it made you believe about yourself that isn't true. You know, confirmation burp. But it's like where you are right now, you're in a self-acceptance. You're accepting yourself. You're loving yourself as is. Spirit saying to drink water during this time, because you guys are elevating in frequency and you're shifting. Your body temperature could feel extra hot right now. Some of you guys could be fire signs. I'm getting earth signs as well. I heard Libra. But what you're doing right now, you're blazing the trail is what I'm hearing. Okay, so you guys could be the first in your family to really start your healing, to even take your healing seriously. Maybe people in your family think that like, oh, healing is means you've gone mad, or that you need like a psychiatrist, or I'm just hearing like different like hating type of energy, because people refuse to like look at themselves, but you refuse to continue the cycle of pain. Because even at the bottom of this deck, this is my Goddess, God, and Guardian Oracle deck, and at the bottom of it, it's new beginnings. Okay, and I feel like this new beginning is going to come through you listening to your intuition, because the divine has a lot of messages that's coming in for you. And I feel like what you guys are going through right now, it's not random. But you know, a lot of people in your life tried to make you feel like you weren't all that. And I feel like they really wanted to keep your light small, okay? They wanted to dim your light. But this collective, you're allowing yourself to exist unapologetically. And whoever is not, like, vibing with that, it is what it is. Because you know what? Like, I just hear, like, this energy where it's like, you are a healer. See that? You see, and I feel like the type of healer that you guys are, you are the type of healers that you come into people's lives and you shine the light on their shadow. And because you have such a fierce energy to you, you guys are the type that you see the shadow, you shine the light on the shadow, right? And people see it as an attack. It's like they see you as the problem instead of really like looking at themselves. And the reason for this is like, babes, the divine can shine the light on people's shadows, but it's up to them to make a change. But just know that you serve too, okay? Even if people refuse to look at their shadows in that moment, later on when they do leave your life, they do look at their shadows, because they're like, okay, like this person's no longer in my life, but I'm experiencing the same thing over and over and over again. They may not tell you, because maybe you guys are very wise and people have like, you've dealt with a lot of ego-driven people. However, your healing abilities is to shine the light on the shadows within people. So you are serving for the divine as well. So, you know, you may not have always been appreciated for this quality that you have, but your divine, like guardians, I don't know why I said guardians, but maybe you guys are heavily protected in the spirit realm. Your divine team, like your spirit team, they recognize that, you know, and they love you for it, and they just want you to accept yourself fully for who you are, because they love you unconditionally. A lot of people didn't want you to love yourself unconditionally because they knew that would be a problem. You would continue to shine, and when you shine, you're also elevating the consciousness of the planet, because you're shining the light on what needs to be healed in other people. That's how you heal other people. You know, even this fire that I'm seeing, it's like, but you had to first see the shadow in yourself, recognize it in yourself, so that you can shine it on other people, because you've been there. This is what I'm saying, like, you guys are relatable, you know about life, like you accept people, like you guys are the type of collective where you can take an apology, you know what I mean, because you understand that people go through things, so you don't hold it against them. But it's when people make their pride and their ego rule things and they refuse to take accountabilities, when you get mad, you get pissed off, you're like, yo, you know. So I'm also hearing like a recent lesson that you guys have to learn was to walk away. You had to walk away from situations where people didn't want to, the light shined on their shadows. You're going where you're celebrated. Okay, so you're using your talents to help the planet, but you're using it in a way where it's like you're appreciated for it. So maybe you're walking in your divine purpose right now, or maybe that's coming for you right now. Okay, maybe that you're starting the beginning of the journey. However, just know that you will be appreciated for it. Maybe you weren't in the past, but that's because people weren't willing to hear you or heal from you. You know what I mean? A lot of the times it just be because people know us, and it's like they're like, who are you? You know what I mean? It's like a bird just like landed on the window. So I feel like you guys are very connected to nature. You're very connected to the divine. You guys are my channelers. Maybe you channel, you know what I mean? Maybe you're a tarot reader as well. Sexual wisdom. So maybe you guys I'm getting some of you guys might be connecting to your womb right now as well. You're healing your sexual energy. Maybe you're abstaining from sex right now. But overall, guys, like, you are passionate. You are a passionate lover. You are not afraid to express yourself. And because where you are right now, that might scare people. A lot of people who aren't willing to like look at their shadows, you know, or have a fear of you know, being like accepted. You know what I mean? You guys have been recently rejected by a lot of people. This is my power. You've never felt like you fit into anywhere, and you always felt so isolated or alone. And it's because, you know what, like, excuse me, a lot of you guys do a lot of your healing when you're by yourself, and it's like spirit really wanted you to love yourself so that when other people come into your life, you don't put yourself on the back burner, because you guys are such loving people. You always put everybody else above you, and spirit needed you to stop that, because you are a healer. You know, that's not good for your energy. That's a wounded healer vibration. So spirit had to heal that within you, and you guys are very much, you're stepping into your power. Let's see. You made a wise decision. Spirit wants you to know that you made a wise decision. Whoever left your life recently, or you recently walked away from, it took a lot of strength. And I know, you know, this is my collective, where when you have to make a hard decision, it doesn't mean that it doesn't hurt you. It doesn't mean that you don't cry. You know what I mean? 1010 as I look up, but you're done with the cycle of people pleasing. You're done with the cycle of anything that isn't authentic. It literally makes your skin crawl. It's revolting to you now. It's like, listen, I just want to be happy. I want to accept myself. I spent so many years hating myself. Anybody who makes me hate myself, I'm not in a match with you. I'm not a match with you. So you're done with that. You're done with that looking for other people to what do you call it? It's like recreate that pain over and over again. You're no longer looking for people to continue to poke at the wound or pour salt in the wound. You're done with it. You've healed that wound, okay? And you're continuing to heal many, many wounds that are inside of you. You know what I mean? You know that it's a journey. You know that it's not a one-pit stop. However, it's like you're done with people trying to make you feel small. You're done with people who don't appreciate you. If you're not appreciated, you're done, okay? So Spirit's saying that you've learned the lesson that this person recently came to teach you. Actually, I want this one. There's always enough. So Spirit wants you to know that you are leaving behind poverty consciousness, okay? Wherever you're going right now, whatever power or purpose you're walking into, because I hear you, like, you're reclaiming your power and you're walking in your life's purpose. You just know that it can happen for you too. I know your stories that you've been through makes you feel like, oh, you know, like, why me? But why not you? Look how much changes you've made in your life. Okay, and even the people who won't even admit how much changes you've made in their life, baby, you did. Because you have a healer vibration, you have a healing energy. When you come into people's life, they have to elevate. And if they don't elevate, they're removed. Your spirit team don't play about you. So it's either they get with the program or they gotta go. Let's see. Cosmic knowledge. Yeah, you guys are full of so much wisdom. All of the life lessons that you've been through has been to teach you so that you can teach as well, because you guys don't just look at surface level things. You see things from a soul perspective, a spiritual perspective. So whenever certain things come at you, you always pause. Like, you're not afraid to sit with your own energy and be like, what's going on? This is my collective. You healed a lot of your codependency wounds. You know, you're not afraid to be by yourself anymore. And Spirit's saying that you are on the right track. Okay, you are in alignment with self-love because you are accepting yourself fully. You're learning to love yourself unconditionally, and no matter what comes to try to blow you down, you stand firmly in the ground, planted in the roots, because you love yourself. And that's the difference between like the old version of you and this new version of you that's being birthed. Okay, the people before, one little comment would like sway you or make you feel like, oh my god, because you were in the frequency of self-hate, but you're no longer in that frequency anymore. This last boundary that you set with yourself and with another person, because every time you set a boundary with another person and you stand on it, you're showing yourself that, okay, I trust me, I love me. Okay, so it doesn't matter what other people got to say about you, honestly. Because people without boundaries, Of course, they're not gonna like your boundaries. They don't have any. So we have watch your words at this time. So what I'm getting from that energy is that you guys are my collective, where your voice is very much your superpower, your words. You have a healing energy. You know how to speak to people. And I feel like maybe before, when you were wounded, you said hurtful things to people because they said hurtful things to you. But where you are right now, because you know how the power that words carry, you've learned to not react like so impulsively. And I feel like confirmation in turn that this has also allowed you to stay in your own energy and keep your own energy, because people used to try to provoke you to take your energy, to steal your energy, because you were so combative. You always found yourself in situations with people who would make you combative. So you had to heal that part of you so that you no longer attracted people like that. That's coming through so strongly. But the words that you speak now, you're using them in a very wise way. Okay. Yeah. I'm just hearing that the old version of you has fallen away. This new version of you it's here. It's rising up, and allow yourself to scream and be mad about all the things that you believe to be true about yourself that other people said that weren't true. Because I'm really getting this energy where it's like you had haters from birth, okay? And they never spoke life over you. So you never knew that all of the things that were possible for you, and I'm feeling like this sad energy. The most angry people in the world, they just be sad. When I was purging a lot of my anger, a lot of sadness came up because I was just like, I felt so defeated. I felt so powerless my entire life. So maybe that's what you guys are feeling. But it's like, the version of you right now, nobody can shake you. No one can break you because you're confident in yourself. You built this self-confidence, okay? Brick by brick. Brick by brick. Okay? And you guys are meant to teach, you're meant to teach in this life. You guys are master manifestors who are meant to teach in this life. Some type of clarity is coming in, Spirit saying, for you guys shortly. Let's see, Spirit. Any messages for group member? Okay. Anything else? So I feel like you guys are struggling between an old reality and the new one that is being birthed, right? Maybe you feel like you're not ready for this new reality, or maybe you feel like, what's gonna happen if I step into this reality where I am in my power? So maybe you're afraid of your power. And Spirit's saying that there's nothing to be afraid of. Like, your power, this is you. This is who you've been your entire life. But now you're more conscious with your words, so you're not gonna frig it up. So maybe you feel like you're gonna say the wrong thing, but Spirit's saying that no, you won't. These major changes that are coming in your life, you're going to be happy that you took this next step, that you took this leap. And when I looked up, I saw 555. So change is really coming for this collective. And it's like I'm getting this heated energy. So you guys are shifting timelines, and maybe you're feeling a lot of ascension symptoms right now because your paradigm is shifting. Like you no longer think the way that you used to. Okay, you no longer believe the same things that you used to believe. You are a completely different person now, and it's like a version of it's hard for you to believe it. Is what I'm getting. Yeah, it's hard for you to believe it because the devil's like sneaking up in the energy. So those are your limited beliefs that you're shedding right now. And it's like, when we choose like a new life, it doesn't mean that we won't like hear fearful thoughts. It's like we choose this life regardless of the fearful thoughts that we hear. So don't expect it to always just like not have fear there, or like those fearful voices to just go away. It's just that you have it, your soul is coming awake now. It's like I'm hearing your heart is leading over your mind. So you're having the courage to step forward regardless of the fears that you hear in your mind. So you're living for you. You're no longer living your life in fear. I love that. I love that. And that's leading to your 10 of Cups reality. You guys deserve a soul family. So I feel like you guys are the collective where you may not have a lot of friends, or you may not feel connected to a lot of people in your family. However, what you're manifesting is your life, the life of your dreams. People who are in alignment with you. But you have to shed the old to make room for the new. Okay? Let's see. What else come through on these cards? You guys may have tried with people in your past to make them work, to make them fit. Maybe you hung on to them way past their due date, and Spirit's saying that, it's like you always knew. And it's like they never appreciated you for you being you. There was always this one part of your personality where they try to tweak, or they'd be like, I don't like this, or I don't like that. And it's like you end up manifesting people again in your life who just didn't like you. You know, that's what I'm getting, is this, they didn't like you. And instead of them telling you that they didn't like you, they tried to attack your self-esteem or your self-worth. You know, over time, they just pick at you, or say sly comments, you know, and maybe you find yourself always feeling combative with them, and it's like the whole time you're feeding them your energy. You know what I mean? So you had to like let go of a lot of people. A lot of people. And you're very close to a major breakthrough. I just feel like, yeah, Spirit saying it's actually coming in very fast, because even that, like the motorcycles in the back, I see that as like fast movement. So clarity is coming in fast for you. Whatever it is that you may feel like you're still pondering about the past, you're gonna have your closure. Spirit saying that you're gonna have your closure to just balance your energy at this time, because you guys are in recovery. I'm hearing like rest is very essential for you, because you're elevating in frequency, so your body needs that rest to heal during those times. Okay, during the times of rest. Let's see. Let's get some spirit messages. Spirit, what do you want to say to group number 2? Spirit, what do you want to say to group number 2? You guys are clearing a lot of negative energy. Old energy is clearing for you, so to make room for the new that's coming up. Let's see. Alright, Spirit, what do you want to say to group number 2? Group number 2, Spirit. Group number 2. What do you want to say to group number 2? Group number 2? Spirit, group number 2? Okay. At the bottom of the deck we have, slow down and take your time. There's no need to rush everything. You are already doing your part. Trust that what belongs in your life is already making its way towards you in divine timing. You know, your blessings will never be taken from you, and I feel like that's that lack consciousness that Spirit wants you to heal. Okay, there's more than enough for you, and I know maybe you grew up without seeing that around, but the reality that you're creating for yourself now is the complete opposite of what you've experienced before. So that's coming through. If you pay close attention, you will notice all the doors that once closed are opening up, just in different forms. Things may not appear exactly as you had envisioned. So Spirit saying being open to your manifestations looking a little differently. That's coming up. Sometimes walking away is the only option, not because you want to make someone miss you or realize they took you for granted, but because you finally respect yourself enough to know you deserve better. Baby, there's something about that self-respect frequency, y'all. When you vibrating on self-respect, a lot of people who don't have self-respect, they'll just see you as a villain. They'll see you as a villain. Like, how dare you choose yourself and not let me disrespect you? How dare you? Because they allow disrespect in their life, they want you to allow the disrespect. Hell no. Hell no, disrespect ain't never paid your bills. Okay? It ain't never made you calm. It ain't never bring you peace. Okay, let them stay over there. Be true to yourself in all ways. Not everyone will get you. They can only understand from their level of perception. That's on them. No matter what people say, don't ever doubt your worth or the beauty you hold within. Stand tall in your power. I love that. So I'm saying, you guys are like your power. You're claiming back your power. I see you calling back your power. You're like, I call my power and my energy back to me, charge and cleanse. Listen, that's a nightly thing that you need to do, because when you're a healer, it's good spiritual hygiene. That's the best way to say it. It's good spiritual hygiene. Yeah, but I feel like you guys are understanding that, you know, like you're coming out of an energy where you used to take things personally. You know, you used to think that this was a personal attack on you, how people treated you or saw your worth. But it's like you're realizing that's a reflection of how they feel about themselves. And in order for you to align with people who do see your worth, you had to see it in yourself first. So you guys had to learn that lesson recently. And Spirit saying drink lots of water. I heard take your vitamins as well. Let's get some of my cards to close off as well. Ain't no sunshine when she gone, baby. Let's see. Yeah, you guys just have that magnetic energy. You have that fierce energy. That energy where it's like, oh, you guys could be tatted up, like completely in tattoos, is what I'm hearing. I'm seeing liar. Somebody from your past is a liar. Spirit's confirming it, okay? Bills on auto pay, financial freedom, wish being granted. Okay, so you guys may have been manifesting you know, a life of ease, financial freedom, debt free is what I'm hearing. It's coming through. Your wish is being granted through the downloads that are coming in right now. You are highly favored. See that? You are highly favored. Regardless of what your past looks like, you are highly favored, okay? Candle magic. The universe receives your intentions. Pay attention to your intuition. It is guiding you to the manifestations of your intentions. Okay, so recently you guys may have done some candle magic, and Spirit saying that we got your delivery. Delivery. Nature. Go outside, ground your energy, connect with self, connect with spirit. So maybe you guys are just, I'm just hearing that trigger mantra. What's it called? The lyric that's like, calm down, slow down, protect your energy. And what I'm getting from that actually is like this strong energy where it's like, you guys had to really cut off someone who was draining the out of your energy. Like I'm seeing siphoning out of your energy. And it was a painful cutoff, because you, first of all, you couldn't even believe that you did that, because maybe that was like your catalyst moment into the self-love journey that you're on now, to reclaiming your power. Like, and it's like that person was very angry towards you. Like, you guys had to deal with a lot of projections, and you had to realize, listen, I have to stay in my own energy. I can't allow other people to drain me. And so you guys had to do a lot of cord cutting, a lot of like releasing, prayer. Like, this is, spirit wants you to know that you are protected. You are so divinely protected. This was a lesson to teach you about like energies and like, you know, like energy vampires, like, and why it's important for you to not argue all the time, because you guys are very combative is what I'm getting. So spirit needed you to see firsthand what it looked like when you don't choose your peace. So you have to realize that, you know what, like, I'm attracting these people because I wasn't choosing my peace. I was choosing war. Okay, I was choosing war. I saw 2424 as I look up, so that number might be significant. But Spirit's letting me know that you guys are coming in alignment with people who are on the frequency of love, because you've let go of that combative energy within you as well. Your crown chakra is activated. Remember to rest after making/creating something new. That's coming up. The pain you feel when you initially walk away won't last forever. Salt bath. Put love and intention in your water. So what I'm hearing Spirit saying is that right now is the time for you to like keep taking care of yourself while you're purging, okay, while you're healing, while your body's going through healing. So crystal healing. Put some crystals in your bath water as well, is what I'm hearing. Neptune. Ooh, psychic energy. You guys are feeling extra psychic right now, I'm not gonna lie. It's a yes from the universe. So whatever you recently asked for, the universe is delivering it. It's okay. Allow yourself to be happy. Not everyone will be happy about your boundaries. That's their problem. They are only upset because they can't use you in the same way they did before. So what I'm getting from that energy is that maybe this person that you had to cut off recently, maybe you were giving them all your like spiritual energy. Maybe you were like really hyper focused on their journey and it took you off your path. So Spirit maybe had to make a misunderstanding happen or some type of fallout happen so that you guys could stop talking. And then after you stopped talking, you started putting that energy back onto you, and now you are elevating. Yeah, that just came through very clearly. So all I'm hearing is that this was meant to happen, and you know what, like, they couldn't come with you because they didn't respect your boundaries. They wanted you to deplete your energy trying to save them. They didn't want to do the work on their own. Okay, maybe some of you guys told them to get in therapy, and they didn't want to get in therapy because they didn't believe in therapy. They wanted you to be their therapist. Okay, also their energy source to siphon off of. That's coming through very strongly. Okay, overall, I just feel like you just need to be patient with yourself, love on yourself right now. You made some hard decisions and you made a lot of big changes, but you know, you downplay yourself. You don't really like pat yourself on the back when you break a barrier. So like what I'm hearing Spirit saying, celebrate your wins. Bake a cake for yourself. Confirmation burp. Bake a cake for yourself, baby. Say, oh, I just finished chapter 49 of my shadow work, whatever. Yeah, and that's 13. That's 49 adds up to 13. So that's death energy. So you know what I mean? Like, you just went through a major rebirth energy. That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all, it's time for you to celebrate yourself. Celebrate yourself, okay? Spirit just wants you to do that in whatever way you can, even if it's just by yourself, okay? You did that. You did that. Write a letter of appreciation for all of the shadow work and healing that you did for yourself. Celebrate every single win, whether or not you can see it externally or not. Okay, so those are my messages, guys. I'm sending you so much love. Thank you for tuning into this week's reading. I don't even know what I'm titling it yet, but yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you. Bye bye. Hi, group number 3. I sat with your energy for a little bit and it feels amazing. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I love your energy. After doing group number 1 and 2, this energy feels like a complete like breath of fresh air. And what I'm hearing in Spirit says, you are in the flow state. You are in the flow state. So if you chose group number 3, let's get into your reading. So off the bat, on my cards, what stood out to me was you are evolving and peacock. So what I'm hearing is that you are coming out of your ego. You're coming out of the mind and you're living from your heart center. Okay, you are connected to soul. Because I was even like channeling the song, hey soul sister, I don't wanna miss a single thing you do tonight. And I don't even know if those are the lyrics, but what I'm getting from those lyrics specifically is people are tuned into your energy. You're magnetic because you guys are on a calm state frequency. You're at peace. And if you are also not feeling this energy, this is what spirit is like showing you that's coming for you. But however, you are at peace and people are trying to figure out why. What's different about you, like what you taking, because you know how like everybody be like thinking that everybody got problems and like, you know, so everybody like not doing well, and you know, like just the people around you not really in a good vibe, a good energy. Excuse me, confirmation burp. But what I'm getting is like people want to know, why are you so calm and why are you so happy? Like, why are you laughing? Why are you just chilling? Why are you not stressed out? Why? Like, they just want to know why. They're like tuned into your life. Like, maybe you guys have gone ghost on a lot of people from your past and they're trying to figure out like, why? Why don't you care about what we have to say? Why don't you care about what we got going on? Why are you not trying to like come out for drinks with us? Why are you not trying to do this no more? You guys are vibing and connecting to Mother Nature. You're connected to Earth. Okay, this is my pal that likes the ground. You probably walk barefoot. Okay, that's also what I'm hearing. Some of you guys could be lighting incense right now. You take a lot of natural things, so you guys could be like into like herbs, crystals, like just like things that connect you back to nature, to Earth. Okay, I'm picking up on that very strongly. You know, you guys, when you go into meditation, I see that you guys have very much, your third eye is very much open. Okay, you guys you see visions in your meditation, which a lot of people can't. You know what I mean? Like when you visualize your future, you can see color, you can see it, you can touch it. It feels very vivid to you, and that is a gift. Spirit wants you to know that that is also a gift that you have. But you're in the flow state. I love that for you. You guys have learned to surrender, and this was a painful process is also what I'm hearing. It's like, you know, maybe some of you guys are coming from like the need to always control, but you're realizing that you have no control. Spirit calls the shots. So you've learned to let go of a lot of fear and really just come back home to who you are on a soul level. So this is my collective. You're connected to your higher self. You're connected to, like, I'm just hearing like the wisdom of your past lives as well, your gifts as well from your past lives. It's like you're bringing all of that back over. And you're doing a lot of past life and ancestral healing. You know what I mean? Like, this is my collective. You're not afraid to face that shadow. You're not afraid to learn the lessons, to sit by yourself, to sit, get grounded, get still, and be connected to spirit. You know what I mean? This is my collective where you get up every day and you tap into spirit. So some of you guys could be readers as well, is what I'm picking up on. But, you know, you might sleep with crystals as well. That's coming through. But you have a deep connection to the sun. I feel like you guys could either have like a painting of a sun in your room, or you're Leo is also what I'm getting. Some of you guys could be a Libra, Aries, Sag. Fire signs are coming through. You could have a sun tattoo as well. That's what I'm getting. But you know what, you guys dress in that like boho theme, earthy girl theme, and it's just beautiful. You radiate natural beauty is what you guys want you to know. You're very beautiful, whether you're male or female, you know, or they them, it doesn't matter. You are beautiful regardless. Okay, so what your guys want you to know, yeah, you guys are like in a state where like you're not allowing your mind to control you anymore. That's what Spirit is saying. Let's see what these cards popped out. You guys are in balance. I love that for you. You're trusting the flow of your life. You're trusting the journey. You really are. You're letting go of scarcity. Even though things may like be unclear with you right now, Spirit is saying that you are in alignment. Okay. So you guys could be a Capricorn, Virgo. I'm hearing Sagittarius again. So maybe a lot of you guys have a lot of Sagittarius placements. But Spirit wants you to know that, like, whatever you're doing right now towards your goals, like maybe you guys just started making plans towards your future, it's gonna pop off. Like Spirit saying that it's gonna do very well. So if you guys are selling natural herbs, or you're looking into selling like natural oils or anything like natural is what I'm getting, Spirit saying that it will do very well. Continue to like put effort into your crafts, is what I'm hearing. yeah, new ideas. Keep putting that energy into your new ideas. Spirit saying like it's gonna take off. The universe is supporting you. So I feel like you guys might be going on like a camping trip soon. It's coming through, or you may be like going on vacation soon to like somewhere natural. I'm hearing like away in the woods. I don't know. That might be coming up, but let's see. Anything else for group number 3, Spirit? Anything else for group number 3? Okay. I feel like you guys are coming out of a place where you were really like, you used to fight being in the unknown. Like you didn't really understand like why certain things would happen. And it's like, you know, I feel like it was just very hidden to you until you started to trust your intuition and stop like focusing on the things that no longer were gonna stay in your reality. So I feel like there was a shift that came through recently, or you might be feeling this shift soon, where it's like you realize that, you know what, instead of me focusing on all the things that didn't go right, let's focus on what's going good for me. And then that is you allowing the universe to work. You're flowing instead of resisting the change. So when we sit there and we be like, oh my god, like I don't want this to go or that to go, but it's leaving anyway, it's like we're in that resistance. Okay, it's like when the tower falls but we're still hanging on to like the pieces that are trying to push it back up together. But Spirit saying that you've done that already and you're out of that state. So that's why you're in a state of flow now, because you're allowing for things to happen, to unfold as they should. You're knowing that when it's time for people to leave your life, it's for a reason. Spirit is making room. So you guys are just allowing, and you're in a deep state of trust and surrender at this time. So what your guys want you to hear? And they got you, you know. Anytime Spirit asks you to jump, they will always catch you. That's coming through, and you know that now. You know, I feel like you guys had to learn about forgiveness recently, for your own heart chakra. So like a lot of heart chakra healing for this collective. You had to learn about that. That forgiveness is for you, not for the other person. Because maybe you guys used to like be in a state where you'd always hold on to grudges, is what I'm hearing. But that just created a lot of hate on your heart chakra. And this is my collective where you are earth angels, okay? You, what I'm hearing Spirit saying is that you're earth angels. It's easy for you to relate to other people because you're very empathic, okay? So you had to, in order to like open up your gifts, to reconnect to your gifts, you had to learn to forgive and let go. I'm hearing let go and let God. Because, you know, it's like, I don't know, you guys have to, I'm just hearing this, like, this energy where it's like you struggled very much with forgiveness, you know, because it's like you can't believe certain people would hurt you in the way that they did, but it was for you to learn certain lessons, and you had to realize that you can't control other people, okay? What you can control is how you feel, and freeing your heart chakra, you did it for you. You didn't do it for anybody else. You know what I mean? It's like, no, maybe you had to forgive when people didn't even give you an apology. And it's like Spirit wants you to know that you're very strong for that. You know what I mean? They understand what it feels like to step out of your ego as a human being that has an ego. It can feel very terrifying. It can be very fearful. The ego is always trying to protect us in ways that aren't very helpful. But you had to recognize when your ego was driving versus when you wanted to be connected to soul. So I feel like you guys are in a state now where you're just like, you know what, like you can recognize when your ego is coming up and you can surrender to it. You know what I mean? Like not surrender to it, but like surrender it and be like, you know what, this is how I'm choosing to show up instead. My ego may say, oh, you know what, like, but they did you dirty, don't forgive that hoe. But you're just like, you know what, forgiveness frees my heart, and you work on forgiving. Every time it comes up, you work on forgiving and letting go. Timing, forgive self, others, process emotions. So that's literally what you're going through right now. You know what I mean? Like, just you're deepening your spiritual practices. So some of you guys could be listening to hearing the Hawaiian prayer Ho'oponopono for self-love and self-acceptance, for you to forgive yourself for all the things that you've put up with, all the things that you've said, all the regrets that you have. Because this is my collective where when you're hurt, you may say things out of hurt and pain, but because you're so empathetic, you regret it later, and it's something that plays in your mind over and over and over again. And it's like, you know, you had to learn to just not allow your emotions to rule you, but to instead like surrender to the feelings that you feel and not project them outward. So I feel like you guys have to learn a lot of deep soul lessons, and you know what, like, you mastered that shit, is what I'm hearing, to be honest with you. Rest, slow down, connect to nature, calm your system. So I feel like you guys are sitting in nature right now to really heal your nervous system, because you guys are coming out of major heartbreak. You know what I mean? Like, you had to really you have to really fight for your life. You know, you guys are coming out of like spiritual warfare where you couldn't believe certain people would act the way that they did, and it's like, you know, you kept thinking about it for days, over and over and over and over and over again. You kept holding on to the hate that this person like made in you because of whatever they did, and it's like it was only poisoning you. So you had to learn to let go of it. And I feel like you guys are in a deep state of like rest, healing. Like spirit is just healing you right now because you've gone through a lot. You've gone through a lot, and you know what? You're allowing your heart chakra to be open to new love. So you had to heal from the past wounds so that you don't project onto people or manifest the same type of loves over and over again. You had to learn that, you know what, like that's what this forgiveness is for, so I can align with people who are on the same frequency as me. And you're not allowing other people to change your heart posture because you did in the past, is what I'm also hearing. It's like maybe you tried to be like a nonchalant person or a hardcore person who didn't have any feelings, but the only thing it did was hurt you because you were never really connected to love. And you're here to teach about love, to feel love. So when you didn't feel love, you know, you I feel like you were in a state of anxiety, self-hatred, because you just couldn't believe that this is how people on the planet act. You know what I mean? You felt like you were not from here. You didn't want to be here anymore. And it's like, you know, I feel like Spirit is just saying that, look how far you've come. Look how much growth that you've done. You know, you've come out of a state of hate and you're in alignment with love. And that takes a lot of spiritual work. You know what I mean? You have to look at the parts of you that are like projecting these stories outward, because I'm seeing like the sun's rays, and it's like I'm just seeing that as like a light being shined on your shadow, and you had to really like sit with yourself, do a lot of crying, you know what I mean, for what you like accepted. Honor the journey, don't rush, experience life, respect others, allow message. So you guys have to learn to also respect other people's journeys and their paces. Okay, when you wanted people to change, they weren't willing to change in that moment, and you had to learn to surrender that. So this is my collective where you have to learn to surrender a lot of control in your life, and that meant trying to control other people too, because that only led to your suffering. And you're realizing that trying to have control over things only leads to more suffering. So you had to really surrender that. And you're realizing that sense of control came from your own fears and your own insecurities, you know. So this is my collective where you can teach about a lot about why other people act the way that they do, because you understand people from an emotional level. Even the people who say, oh, I don't feel emotion, you see them. You see right through them. So maybe you know what, like you weren't always appreciated for that, because people, when you met people, maybe they weren't ready to look at their shadows, you know. Intimacy, connect, discover, voice needs, explore, heal. So you guys have had to heal your wound around intimacy, you know what I mean. Some of you guys, maybe you didn't even like being touched, is what I'm hearing. So you had to allow yourself to like get rid of the programming that came from your wounds. So whatever trauma you experienced, however you coped with it, you had to undo all those things. So maybe if you didn't like being touched, you sat with the reason why you didn't like being touched, and you allowed yourself to be open to divine love now. So because you've healed those parts of you, you shine the light on those parts of you. So you know, I just kind of feel like you've been sending different versions of you love, as well as in meditation, what I'm picking up on. And you're allowing yourself to feel your emotions, Spirit is saying, and that's what's changing your reality, because you're no longer running from it. This is my collective where you'd run from your emotions, your feelings, but you're realizing that your emotions, your feelings, like your sensitivity is your superpower, because you came here to be an empath. You came here to teach about love. You came here to be an earth angel. You know what I mean? So that means feeling all your emotions. So you're realizing because of that superpower, you're able to connect with people on a deep, intimate level, but you had to first connect with yourself on a deep, intimate level. That's coming through. Let's see, inner authority. So you had to learn to trust yourself, and that came with like trusting your intuition and not putting yourself in dangerous situations because you wanted to see the greater good in other people. So this is my collective where you're coming out of a time where you used to put yourself in like dangerous situations with other people because you were like intrigued by their energies, also what I'm getting, or like you were just like, there's a part of you that was like trying to recreate the same wound you felt. So if you had a narcissistic father, maybe you date narcissistic men, you know what I mean? Like that's what I'm saying, that's what I'm thinking. You have to really learn the difference between your trauma leading you and what your actual intuition was. So this came from like building the trust with yourself over and over and over again. So you had to learn to really connect back to your heart center and trust yourself. So what I'm hearing is like this person that you recently like let go of, you had to listen to your heart about this person. Maybe they weren't showing clear signs, but it's like maybe you connected to spirit, and spirit was just like, you know what, this person isn't for you, and you listened, and this provoked this person because they're just like, I tried to do everything right. Maybe they were like a shapeshifter or like like, you know, like they wore a mask, they weren't authentic, and you picked up on that energy and you had to like pull yourself out of it, because you know, you've learned to love yourself more, to choose yourself, and this made this person mad and agitated, and because you're around that energy and because you pick up on energy so easily, it was draining you. You know, so you guys are coming out of a deep like spiritual warfare where now like your guides are healing your body is what I'm hearing. Desire, heart's true desire, gratitude, address inner blocks. So I feel like you guys have to really sit with the blockages that were coming up in your reality, because you wanted to shift so badly, but it's like you were trying to also run from your emotions. So spirits, I feel like time and time again your guys just keep showing you how much your emotions are your superpower. It is your guide. It really is. And every time, confirmation, every time you sit with that, you unlock new levels of yourself. When you really sit with yourself, give yourself compassion. So this is my collective where you are healing from self-hate. Okay, your self-love is increasing, and that's what you're activating at this time. So I feel like I might title this video what you're activating. I have no clue what I'm gonna title it, because like there's so much messages that's coming through, but Spirit's just saying that you're in alignment. You're in alignment. Everything that happened to you was to teach you. Okay, because this is my collective where you love to believe in the greater good. But that don't mean that people don't always have great intentions towards you. So you have to be realistic. So you guys have to teach you to live in the real world too. To be honest. When you feel an energy in someone, don't wait for a reason. Listen to that. Because I feel like after you listen to your heart, maybe this person switched up, maybe their mask fell and you saw exactly what Spirit was warning you about, but your intuition was right. And you were made to not think that your intuition was a superpower, because I'm just hearing that you're a very, very powerful soul. You're an old soul, and you came here to teach about love. So you're here to spread awareness and to help raise the frequency of the planet. So it's like maybe like in your life you experience a lot of like heartbreaks. So maybe you shut off your heart, and you know, like it was all just a journey to bring you back home to yourself is what I'm hearing. You know what I mean? Surrender and flow. Ride the waves, tap into flow state, let go. So that's what I'm saying. It's like you guys have to really learn to surrender over and over and over again. Like I feel like you guys are you're very highly connected to the spirit realm. Your ancestors back you like crazy. I feel like anytime somebody hurts you, they get extreme karma is what I'm hearing. But you had to learn to just like surrender to your guides and trust the flow of your life, because this is my collective where, because you're so tapped in, you're so spiritually connected, things will like, your guides will move you around in certain ways. So it's like, say for example, they need you to get to so and so by Tuesday, and because you were so stubborn in the past, maybe they'll have like, you know, okay, that's a terrible example. I'm gonna just think of another. So like say for example you wanted to go somewhere really bad, but your intuition was telling you don't go. Your guides will make sure that your car don't start, so that you have no way of reaching there. That's how protected you are. That's what was coming up. So I don't know, like whoever like played with you they getting their karma now, baby. I just feel like your spirit team just needed you to like get out the way so that you wouldn't experience the backlash of that karma, because people think that like because you're so loving that they can play with you, and so oftentimes they take you for granted or they try to like hurt you. Rest is coming up again. So right now you guys are in a state of rest. Spirit just wants you to rest and heal from everything that you've been through. So don't be afraid to just take a break from your to-do list is what I'm hearing. Yeah, you guys are unlocking your freedom. So I'm hearing I'm free, I am liberated. Oh, yeah, baby. You guys are living, like, you're living free. You know, this is my collective where you probably want to, like, live off the land. You don't even want to live around people because you're so sensitive to energy. You probably are, you're not a city girl. You're not a city girl, that's what I'm getting. Wisdom is coming up again. Like, you guys are very wise. And I feel like the more you connect with the trees, the more wisdom you'll pull in as well. You have a deep connection to the trees. That's coming up. Let's see what Mother Mary has to say to you guys, because of the heart chakra healing that I'm hearing is coming up. So some of you guys may have had like a narcissistic father or a narcissistic mother growing up, and maybe you had a hard time trusting your intuition. You know what I mean? You had to always be like controlling your reality because you felt so out of control your entire life. Coming up. You know, some of you guys never even had a childhood. All right, Mother Mary, what do you want to say to group number 3? Yeah, already. The way that just like plopped out. I feel like right now your passion is being ignited within you. It's being supported by the divine mother, but I feel like your spirit team is guiding you in a way where it's like it's your idea, what you want to walk towards, but it's gonna look a little differently. So I feel like they're just saying being open to it looking differently, but it's gonna be definitely what your heart wants. So I feel like your guides really know what you want before you want it. So this is my collective. When you're manifesting, you'll manifest something, but it won't quite look like what you thought it would look like, but it'll always be better. That's coming up. Yeah, and I just feel like right now Mother Mary is just holding you while you release whatever is no longer serving you. That's coming up. Let's get some witches oracle winter, an ending, recharging, and reflection. So you guys are just in a state of recharging right now. Rest and recharge. That's what you need to hear. So don't try to do too much right now. Like, don't try to control nothing. Just keep resting. You're not off the path. You know, sometimes I feel like when we feel like we're in stillness, we feel like we're not doing anything, but stillness is also movement, okay? Anything else? You guys are highly self-aware right now, Spirit is saying. I don't know. I feel like you guys have unlocked a level in your spirituality now where it's just like you're blowing through these lessons. Like, you know, like gone are the days of stagnant energy. You know what I mean? You're clearing a lot of blocks from your system. And you're being more present in your reality. And presence is where the magic happens, okay? Remembrance, loyalty, and faithfulness. I feel like you guys are remembering, like, who you once were. That's what's coming up. Like, you're remembering who you are on a core soul level. That's coming through. I don't know. I feel like you guys are deeply connected to Mother Nature, and you just need to go back outside again. Some of you guys could be Earth Angels. I'm also hearing like an Earth sign. You could be like a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. That's coming through. Let's see. So, planning, setting intentions, and optimism. So Spirit's saying that you guys are coming out of a time where you had to learn these deep shadow lessons because Spirit wanted you to plant your seeds in good, fresh, clean soil. Not in your limited beliefs, not in the version of you that felt like it was impossible for you, or that you had to take disrespect from other people, the version of you that felt unworthy. That soil, that they didn't want you planting new seeds on that. So that's why you guys had to go through periods of stagnation where you felt like, oh my God, another block came up. But the people in your reality are always here to be teachers to you. Okay, because you guys are here to teach about love, so you had to see different perspectives, hear different stories, because that way you can understand people on an emotional level. Like, you guys, because you've been through so much, that's how you're able to empathize with so many people. That's what I'm hearing. Let's see. What other messages? Let's get some of my own cards as well. All right, Spirit, what do you want to say to group number 3? What do you want to say to group number 3, Spirit? What do you want to say to group number 3? Your third eye is opening. Vivid dreams, psychic abilities, inspiration, strong intuition, heightened sense of imagination. Isn't that what we was talking about before? Like, that's crazy. Third eye opening. I love that for you. You are the luckiest soul in the universe. Some of you guys could be listening to Lucky Girl Lucky Girl subliminals, and yeah. It's coming up. Okay, confirmation that what you're doing is you're on the right path. Ascension symptoms. Was this in this pile that I was talking about ascension symptoms? I don't remember. But change in body temperature, fuzzy headaches, a rash, flu-like symptoms, increased amount of synchronicities, fatigue, mood swings, pressure around the head, enhanced spiritual connection and experiences. So some of you guys might be feeling some of those ascension symptoms as well. Self-love is the best medicine. I love that for you. So, Virgo, confirmation if you're a Virgo. It's time to let go of what you think your type is. So you guys, what I'm hearing is like your type before was really just like, it was bullshit. It was absolute bullshit. Like, I feel like if you guys are in a connection right now, like, Spirit really, you know this is a divine connection because you would have never expected to even end up in this type of connection. Or it's like something you never expected, but it's perfect for you. This person is perfect for you. And if you're not in a connection, that's what Spirit's saying. It's like, that's how you're going to feel when you meet this person. This person is perfect for me. Whether this be like romantic or friendship wise, for some of you guys, you're going to feel like, okay, wow. Like, you're knowing, okay, what Spirit is saying is that for you guys, your emotions will always be your guide. So if you want to know if this is for you or in alignment, how do you feel? Because you feel on such a deep level, you'll either feel really good or really bad. Okay, so your body will be able to tell you whether or not this person's for you. So it's, you know, it's just a matter of listening. Not much longer now. Things are about to shift quickly. I love that for you. You're being heavily protected right now. Some of you guys could have a Cancer moon that's coming up. Okay, so I feel like right now Spirit's saying that they're healing your sacral chakra. That's coming up as well. 8th house, you're going through a transformation. I love that for you. Rebirth. Unexpected money coming to you. Ooh. I'm hearing you got that $1 million ooh. Ooh, ooh. I feel like also like a download that just came through was like, you guys, when you guys like are having like intercourse with people, be careful who you share your energy with, because your energy is so healing. I'm also hearing like when people like do it with you, afterwards they get just great inspiration. Because it's like you guys are deeply connected to your womb. You know what I mean? Like you guys are like deeply connected to your body. Like I just feel like you guys are very much connected to your spirituality, okay? And you have a healer vibration. So whenever people sleep with you, they get that energy too. So it's important that you be discerning with who you let into your energy and your body. That's what's coming up. Better to say that. Subliminal, you shifted. The shift is here, baby. You shifted. Everyone else may think you are crazy. Trust yourself anyway. You made the right decision. So you guys, your intuition is your guide. It doesn't matter if anybody else can't see the signs. Like this is my collective where you can see somebody's mask fall before other people do. And when you be sharing that, people be thinking you crazy, or like you have trust issues or whatever the hell. But you're just very connected to your intuition. You're very connected to your guides. So even a slight facial feature being off, you'll notice it. You'll be like, oh my god, that person really don't like that person. You know what I mean? So you're unlocking your psychic gifts is what Spirit wants you to know. Oh, I love that for you. Okay. What's under this? Set healthy boundaries. Yeah, I feel like you guys are already in that state of realizing how important it is to have healthy boundaries in your relationships. Let's get some mindful messages. All right, Spirit. Mindful message for group number 3. Okay. You guys could be listening to music right now that's like raising your vibes. You guys could have a feel-good playlist is what I'm hearing. I can move emotions through my body by dancing. Whenever I start feeling built up energy or crankiness, I will play some music and move intuitively. I don't have to look a certain way, simply move and feel as the stress or heaviness begins to ease out of my body. So what I was hearing as I was like reading this, I'm sorry, y'all. The download left my mind, so maybe it was not meant to be said. Let's see. Play. I am completely engaged in what I do in the here and now. I call it play instead of work. I'm deeply fulfilled by all that I do. Oh, it came back, y'all. So when you're listening to music, Spirit is saying that don't make sure you're mindful of the music you listen to, because you're very sensitive to energy and frequency. And so if you're listening to a song that makes you feel sad over and over and over again, that's the energy you're cultivating. This is my collective where you can sit in meditation and command whatever energy you want to, and it just comes to you easily. Like you guys are very tapped in with your own emotional state. So it's very important that you realize what's feeding your emotional state. So feed your mind good things, because you're very empathic and you pick up on energy very easily. So that's what's coming through. So if you like a song and you know it's not like the lyrics ain't good, don't be listening to it 101 times, because some of you guys may have that like tick where you're like, is it a tick? I don't even know what it's called, but like where you need to listen to a song over and over like 100 times, because you're like getting into that deep meditative state, you're visualizing. But like Spirit saying, visualize some good things in your life. Expressing love. Today I noticed the things I appreciate about the people in my life. I take a moment to send them love and to wish them well. My love is infinite and it feels great to express it. I love that for you guys. Let's close off with some spirit messages. Spirit, what do you want to say to group number 3? Group number 3, Spirit, what do you want to say to group number 3? I'm hearing the sun will come out tomorrow. That's coming through. I don't know what that is. Maybe you guys are watching Annie. We see that you are on the brink of a breakthrough that you have patiently been waiting for. A situation is about to come full circle. The lessons have been learned. This is a win-win situation for you. Trust that we are working behind the scenes to ensure the best outcome for you. I love that for you guys. I love that. Let's see. Trust yourself more. Know that you are in the right place at the right time. Opportunities will present themselves to you when they are meant to. All in divine timing. Get excited about the future instead of fearing it. So I feel like Spirit wants you to know that, like, you're where you are right now. You're making moves, okay? This is not for like not a reason. What I mean, what? That's so confusing. I see a bird on the screen, so some type of message is coming through for you guys, but it's gonna come through this moment of stillness. But Spirit's saying that you being still is like you're slowing down to speed back up. So like an arrow being pulled back, you're gonna catapult into your new reality, like very well. So I feel like because you're healing from a lot of things right now, things might be slow for you, but Spirit's saying allow your body to heal, to catch up, okay? Because you're shifting in your frequency. Your frequency is elevating, so your body is like going through all these changes, so you need deep rest. But it's not because your blessings are stalled or on hold or that you're not shifting. You have actually shifted. It's just you need to heal. So let's actually, I don't know why I keep like being drawn to different decks as I'm saying let's end the reading, but your future higher self wants to speak to you, so let's see what they have to say. For group number 3, what does their future higher self want to say for group number 3? Okay, a lot. Okay, let's see. There are many doors that lead to the place you truly belong. So I feel like Spirit's saying being open to how things come into your reality, because you may think that this is the only path to walk, but Spirit's going to show you there's many other paths to take. Like you don't have to do it your way, because maybe your way may take 10 years, and Spirit's like, hey, if you take this path, it could take 3. You know what I mean? Look for the signs that will guide you to the destiny you have known all along. Pay attention to the synchronicities in your reality right now. When you start, the path appears, so take the step in any direction. You guys could have picked another pile. What you find may not be what you expect, but what you truly need. So whatever you're manifesting right now, Spirit knows from your heart space what you need. So they're doing that for you. They got you. They got you by like a bra strap. Everyone you meet is another part of you that wants to be loved. I feel like you know this, you know? And it's like, whenever you see a version of yourself and it's like they acting a mess, I just hear you just like, you know what? Let me just send them love, because why they acting like that? Your heart always knows the way. Truly trust it. Simply trust it. So maybe your heart wants you to just sink further into it. Like, just follow your heart unapologetically, because what I'm hearing, listen to your heart, voice calling for you, listen to your heart, there's nothing else you can do, I don't know where I'm going, and I don't know why. I don't know the lyrics, y'all, please don't copy me. But overall, you don't know where you're going, but you're listening to your heart anyways, and maybe people may think you're crazy, but you know what you came down here to do, and you're following your soul, you're listening to your heart, and I love that for you. You're creating a you that you will be proud of. And period. And periods. Okay? So those are my messages, guys. Stay hydrated. Stay rest up. Get as much sun as you can. Ground. Go outside. Read your favorite book. Just take things slow at this time while you're purging, healing, and yeah, whatnot. I'm sending you so much love. Thank you for tuning in to this week's reading, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.